What's going on, guys? It's your boy Don here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. I thought I'd bring you another video on some updated custom tactics on the 4-4-2. Now, you guys know I love the 4-4-2. I do feel like it is, for me, the best formation. I know there's other formations that people like, the 4-2-3-1, the 4-1-2-1-2, you know, a lot of formations. But for me, I feel like the 4-4-2 is probably the most well-rounded formation out of all the formations in the game at the moment. But I'm going to be very specific in regards to this video, in regards to how to beat the drop back, and as well what tactic is best to use when you're like 1-0 down or you're chasing the game and need to get a goal back. You don't want to go all out gung-ho, but you need to get a goal. And I've got a custom tactic which I have been using this weekend, and it's worked well for me. I'm currently sitting 17 and 2 17 and 2 in the weekend league. So it has worked well for me. I've come up against some really good players, so I just thought I'd just quickly share this video now, get it uploaded so you guys can see it, so you guys can use it, and hopefully it does well for you. So guys, if you're hyped for this video, and if you do enjoy these type of videos as well, smash the like button so I know that you enjoy this type of content as well. And obviously, if it's the first time you're here, welcome. Don't forget to put the bell on so you know exactly when my videos are uploaded. And as well, if you want to come hang out with me, I live stream on Twitch. The link to my Twitch is down below in the description. Now, I do apologize for my voice. I was coaching yesterday. I do coach in real life, not just in FIFA, and I've gone and lost my voice, but it will be back, I promise you that. So just bear with me. The video is not going to be very long, but I will be very concise in regards to the custom tactics. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Right, so here it is. This is, for me, I'm pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? When it comes to custom tactics, yeah, I use ultra defensive. It's just to help me understand which one it is. Sometimes I mix up a little bit. Like, it really, to be honest with you, these are just 4 types of custom tactics. But obviously obviously ultra attacking and ultra defensive, they're obviously, you know, I've altered it accordingly to what this is called. But I'm just going to talk about this specific attacking mentality. And the reason why, obviously, for me, I've used this attacking mentality against people who use the drop back. Okay, now I will say this. Now I will just be very cautious in regards to defending as well. But I'm going to get into that once I get into the instructions. So I'm going to break down why I've put all these toggles to where it is right now. Okay, so pressure on heavy touch. Gone with this one mainly because of the fact that, you know, you want to force your opponent to make errors. So if someone is playing drop back, and you've got the ball and you want to put pressure on them, there's a big difference in regards to, you know, playing balance, because balance, it's a bit like they'll press in the middle of the pitch, but pressure on heavy touch is basically, as it says, they'll keep the shape, but they'll press when the other teammate you know, does a heavy touch. So it really does well, especially in delay as well. I will say this for me is probably and I've struggled with delay. So when it comes to what is the best defensive style when it comes to delay, pressure on heavy touch, for me has worked very well for me this weekend. More specifically, I will say, make sure this custom tactic for me works in the 4-4-2. Let me just make that very clear. The width, again, is balanced as well. I don't want it too wide, I don't want it too narrow, because obviously I don't want people going through the middle, and I don't want anyone attacking me on the wing. So I've kept it very balanced. Okay, this depth is the crux of this tactic. All right, as you can see from the diagram, there's a big difference between depth and players in the box. All right, when people are losing, for example, everyone throws their players in the box to like all the way up, which is good in some cases, but I'm not trying to. I don't want to just move all my attackers up. I want my whole team to shift forward, which is why I want to bring my depth just a little bit higher, just outside my area, and a little bit further up the pitch, so I can win the ball early. So if I have got the ball against someone who's playing drop back, I lose the ball, at least I've got most of my team further up the pitch. Now, the danger of this, and I will say this, the danger of this is that you will be susceptible from counter attacks. So make sure you're very competent as a defender, that when you do lose the ball, you know exactly what to do to get it back, to get the ball back. All right, because more than likely 8 out of 10 times anyone using drop back is probably a counter attacking player. They want the ball, they put everyone behind the ball, then as soon as they get the ball, they're bombing everyone forward. So just be very mindful of that as well. Okay, because if you're playing against someone who's playing drop back, when they get the ball, they probably keep the ball in defense and just keeping the ball in defense or midfielders, and then passing it back to defense, back to the left wing, back to the right back, left back, and then just keeping the ball in defense, having the depth a little bit higher up and pressure on heavy touch will force them to make errors and bring a team further up the pitch so that you can actually start pressing the defense. All right. Offensive style I've kept as balanced as well. I want to trigger the runs. I want to tell someone to come to me. I want to tell someone whether to make the runs. If you want to, you can go on fast build up or long ball. I'll always say fast build up is a very good tactic as opposed to long ball, because everyone starts making runs in behind and then you lose the shape of the 4-4-2. all right, so I've always kept it as balanced. But if you really want to start, if you're really chasing the game and you want to get the ball forward very, very quickly and plays in behind without having triggered the runs, then use fast build up. But I would strongly recommend keep it unbalanced as well. Again, 4-4-2, the width I keep it as balanced as well, because I want to obviously maintain the shape of my team in and out of possession. Players in the box. Now, this is where it kind of divides opinions in regards to players in the box. If you're chasing the game and you want to beat and you want more players forwards, then some people would rather bring the players in the box all the way up to like 8 or 9 or 10. I would keep it as 5, mainly because the meta of FIFA 20 is to build up the play. All right, if you've got the ball, it's about the slow build up, playing the 1-2s, playing those triangles and keeping the ball. And especially against someone who's playing drop back, and obviously if they've got a really low width, then you want to make sure that all your players are outside of the box. You're building it up because your opponent has all their players inside the box, so you don't want to bomb all your players inside the box, because if you got one player outside and all your players are in the box and all of his players are in the box, you've got no one to pass to. So it's best to keep as many players outside the box so you can build the play up. Okay, corners and free kicks is not irrelevant. I'll always keep it at 1, but I keep it in 2 just to mix things up a little bit, just in case, because on my other tactics I've kept them as the toggles as 1. So just to mix up a little bit, I've put it as 2, because I personally get hit with especially from corners, get hit on a counter attack. All right, 4-4-2. I've left my strikers unbalanced. All right, no changes, no comeback on defense, no getting behind or anything like that. The importance for me is to keep the shape. I don't want them running behind. I don't want them dropping back. I just want you to keep the shape. It's all about controlling how you want to play. All right. Hazard and Dembele, I've got them both on. Excuse me. The defensive support is balanced. Again, I don't want you bombing forward. I don't want you coming back. But I will say this: if someone is parking the bus, so to speak, chance creation, cut inside. So they'll make cutting runs from out wide to inside, so obviously they'll be supporting Neymar and Messi, and so to speak. So it gives me more options to play the ball on the inside as well, and obviously getting behind as well. So obviously they're pushing more further up the pitch as well, just to give me a bit more attacking options. They will always, when I get the ball, start making those runs in behind, but only so far, because I've got my players in the box on 5, so it's not all the way on 10. It's not going to run in the right wing position. All right, Gerrard and Vidal. Again, the only thing I've changed with these two is the fact that I've got them cover center and conservative interceptions. Since I've put conservative interceptions on my centre mids, I'm just double checking. I thought I had it on my centre backs. When I put conservative interceptions on Vidal and Gerrard, basically it says only try and intercept the pass if the player can win the ball clearly. So that's basically saying I only want the AI. I only want the AI to intercept the pass if you know you can win it clearly. Other than that, I will intercept the ball when I want, because too many times someone passes the ball and then my AI does something where he ducks or does something where he auto lunges when I have not told you to do that. And I want control. I don't like to AI defend, so I put my centre mids, because the strength of the 4-4-2 for me personally is your 2 centre mids. So really, I want to control when I want to, because most of my interceptions come from my centre mid, so I want to be the one to control the interceptions. All right, and it's worked well for me so far. And obviously got Vidal and Gerrard to cover centre, and obviously the back line. Excuse me. Stay back while attacking. If you want to give yourself more attacking options in game, tell your fullbacks to go forward on the attack. All right, so you don't have to do it here. You can keep them back, but obviously if you feel like you want a little bit more going forwards, then you can tell your fullbacks to join the attack in game. Don't do it here, because you can toggle it on and off when you want to, accordingly, depending on what your opponent's doing. Because if your opponent is playing 4-3-3 and they're parking the bus, and you've got your fullbacks on join the attack, you're going to get hit with the counter. So I'm trying my best to make sure that your shape stays the same, you're moving further up the pitch, but also you're doing whatever you can not to get hit on the counter attack. All right, this has worked incredibly well for me this weekend. I hope that this tactic will stay, because there is a new patch coming out. I'm not too sure when it's going to come out, but at the moment this tactic really works well for me. There are games where I played against really tough opponents where they've kept the ball very, very well, doing drag backs galore, stayed in the attacking mentality. When I was 1-0 down, moved to this attacking mentality, brought it back to 1-1. He made it 2-1, and I beat him 3-2 at the end of the game as well, against a very, very good opponent. I'm just highlighting one game where this tactic worked very, very, very well. Didn't work well. Excuse me. Didn't work. My other defensive mentality didn't work well against him. Switched to this, managed to win the game. So it does work, and I will strongly advise you, if you are struggling to break someone down using the drop back, use this, but be careful that you might get hit on the counter. So make sure you are good defensively as well. And just to flex my team before we come to the end of the video, this is my team. Shout out to my community. These guys helped me build my team. From the previous team I had, I was struggling very badly, too many players off chem, so we all came together and worked together and built this team. And now with my custom tactics and with this team my community helped me build, we're now 17-2 in the weekend league. I like to stay at gold 2. As you guys can see, I've done road to gold 2 because obviously the best rewards for me are in gold 2, but I'll decide if I'm going to hit elite or not. I have a big theory that elite for me, as a casual player, I'm not a pro, I'm just a content creator, elite is not really worth it. I like the rewards. So for me, staying in the lower regions, you get better rewards. That's my opinion. People argue the difference with me, but I've hit elite a few times and never got good rewards. But I've got better rewards in the gold region. Anyways, I can go on and on about that, but that's the end of the video, guys. If you do enjoy this type of video, again, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new, and as well, if you want to come hang out with me, I live stream on Twitch as well, so come check me out. So if you want any other types of custom tactics, excuse me, woo! If you need any type of custom tactics for any formation, let me know down in the comment section down below. I'll test out new tactics for you guys, and then I'll showcase the best ones which I think will work well. If it works well for me, then I'll share it with you guys, and then hopefully you guys can it does well for you guys in either Div Rivals or Weekend League. So until then, guys, I'll see you at the next video. Peace.